Hello you guys, welcome to my channel, welcome back if you've been here before. My name is McKenna and today is going to be the start of a new series that I have been brainstorming and working on for over the past month. I've been kind of like taking my time with this because I really wanted to be able to execute something that was perfection in my eyes. Not perfection, because try not to be a perfectionist. We'll talk about that in another one. But basically, I have been really wanting to transform my channel into kind of a space of authenticity. Don't get me wrong, I love offering the beauty tips, the fashion stuff, lifestyle vlogs. Don't get me wrong. We love it. I love it. I'm still going to be doing it, implementing those into my videos. I feel like I have more opinions to give than just beauty ones, and I feel like I have so much more to say than I really have allowed myself to on this channel. So we are starting this new series. Give a little drum roll. It is called Coffee Talk. And basically with Coffee Talk, I'm going to be talking all things faith-based, all things media-based, all things just life. And it's just gonna be real. Like, we're just gonna be real. We're gonna be authentic. I just want to provide more value. And guys, it is so windy. If you hear those noises, it's literally the wind. So I'm sorry, but to kick off this series, I am doing a coffee talk, of course, but I am also going to be getting ready in the process. I feel like having something to do while I'm talking helps me focus my thoughts more. So I'm going to be getting ready. And if you guys want an in-depth makeup tutorial, I can totally upload one of those, but that's not what this is for. We are going to chat about why I think that social media makes you selfish. Don't hate me yet. Don't hate me yet, but I think social media makes you selfish. And this is coming from personal experience. This is coming from things I've witnessed. This is coming from even multiple people that I know have some of the same thoughts. So this is coming from someone who has been on social media for the longest time. I can 100% say that social media makes you selfish. We're going to dive into why and how to be in social media or scrolling on social media without a selfish mindset. I'm not a super confrontational type of person, but here we are. So the beverage of the day for Coffee Talk is a strawberry matcha. So pause this video, grab yourself a drink so you can listen in. Let's just dive in, grab your drink, and let's just get into it. Why does social media make us selfish? Right off the bat, honestly, I'm kind of just gonna dive right into it because I feel like there's no need to beat around the bush. We all know that on social media, we are seeing people's lives, we are seeing products, we are seeing literally almost everything. Like, you can see pretty much anything you want on social media, which is a blessing and is also a curse depending on how you use it. But we know that people on social media usually make their lives look more perfect than they actually are. We get into a habit of getting on social media and then just deciding to scroll and assume that what people put on social media is exactly how their lives look. And I am so guilty of that, honestly, because I feel like I get in the habit of looking at people's social medias and just seeing them, seeing the vacations they go on, seeing what they choose to put up on the internet, obviously. And I just end up thinking like, oh my gosh, look, their house is so clean. Their clothes are so cute. How do they have so much money to go on these vacations? Like, where does that money? Like, why can't I get it? Just spend 1 minute on a social media platform, and I can guarantee that you're going to see several influencers post what they want people to see. And honestly, it's in our habits and it's in our mindset that we don't want people to see our flaws. We don't want people to see the things that are wrong with us. I feel like it's in our natural human instinct to want to look good on the outside. And so because we're constantly seeing the things that we want, we're seeing people's quote-unquote perfection and all of this stuff that makes us question and get in our heads about all this stuff that we don't have, we are instantly thrown into a negative mindset. Like, don't tell me that you scroll on hours on social media, you scroll for however long, and you leave, you get up, and you're like, man, I just feel so great about what I just did with my time. Man, I just feel like I accomplished so much. I feel so positive about myself. If you say that, you're lying. Like, come forward, you're lying. Gun to your head, you're done. Sorry. Someone told me the other day that when you obsess over the negative aspects of yourself, like criticizing yourself, wishing that you could be like the people on social media, wishing that you could have the products you see on social media, and you're constantly just down, 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 negative, 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 all of that is self-centeredness. We think that being in a self-centered mindset is honestly like, it's only like thinking positively about yourself. But in reality, self-centeredness just comes with self-obsession. Picking out every single negative thing. Or when you see the people on social media, or like living this perfect life, and you just start to play into that kind of a victim mentality where you think that you're so horrible because you don't have something, or you're so horrible because you don't have this relationship, or you're so horrible because you don't get to go on vacation all the time, or you're so horrible because you don't have the money for that. Like, that's self-centeredness, 100%. And I've fallen into that. I've done that so many times. Like, the amount of times that I have seen someone's stuff, or the amount of times where I have seen a product, or seen where someone lives, or seen someone's lifestyle or their career, or the amount of likes that they have on a video, or the amount of comments that they have on a post. The amount of times that I have gotten down on myself about that, I can't even count. Being on social media automatically gives you more of the opportunity to develop a self-centered mindset to where you think so negatively about yourself all the time that you're constantly only thinking about yourself and not giving yourself room to think about other people, or to be considerate, or to do things to actually help other people. You're constantly thinking about yourself. And I've done that 100%. Or you see a product that someone is advertising and you're like, you know what? I need that. Do you? Do you really? Do I really need a Pebble ice maker so that I get ice at home that looks like Chick-fil-A? No! Social media only makes room for self-centeredness. Okay, so now that we're aware that self-centeredness literally can just organically appear by scrolling on social media, let's kind of look into some things that social media and a lot of trends on social media push to make you more selfish and to make you more inclined to behave in a self-centered way. So the biggest thing I noticed, and also this is another huge one that I think I've participated in a little bit, but I don't think I did it in such a severe way that some people do, but the whole self-care trend. Obviously on social media, especially on like a lot of lifestyle accounts, people talk all the time about self-care. And off the bat, you're like, okay, wait, why is that a self-centered thing to do self-care and to take care of yourself? For me, I have noticed that the self-care mentality and trends that are pushed out a lot of time on social media are different than taking care of yourself. I think the self-care that social media posts is different than taking care of yourself. And I feel like that is going to be a really controversial topic because obviously I'm not saying that every person on social media who talks about self-care is bad. I think self-care is great. I literally have self-care videos up on my channel. However, self-care can get so heavily pushed and so heavily used as an excuse. It becomes more than just taking care of yourself. It becomes idolizing yourself. But we see social media and we see influencers feed in so much to the self-care mentality that it becomes an excuse to act however they want, do whatever you want. It acts as an excuse to waive the actions that should not be excusable. So you know the whole idea of retail therapy? I do that all the time. I'm like, oh, I've had such a bad day. Like, let me go splurge and buy all of this stuff at Sephora. People use retail therapy as a huge excuse to spend whatever they want, buy whatever they want, become influenced with the products that they want. They use retail therapy as an excuse to literally just indulge in materialistic ideals. It causes us to use spending and to use treat myself as the band-aid for any bad day, for any bad emotion, bad experience. I have really been trying to stop doing it because I don't think that it's healthy. And surely my bank account does not think this is healthy either. And I can't just slap on a bandage with a brand new makeup product every time that I'm feeling a little bit bummed out. But I hate to say it, but social media is literally saying, oh, you had a bad day? Here's a product I think you should buy and here's my discount code. It's not the influencer's fault. It's just how you take in that information and how you see what's on social media and kind of what you do with it. Because this is, like, to be honest, this is an influencer's job. This is their job, is to advertise products, show you things that you probably don't need, but they want you to think that you need. It's a job. It's marketing. Like, it's just how it is. It's how you take these things and these variables that are being put in front of you, and it's how you let it affect you and affect your actions that speaks volumes. Volumes. I'm telling you right now, the whole self-care idea, it's temporary. It's temporary. You're still going to feel that pain a week later. You're still going to feel that agony an hour after you make that purchase. Does it help you feel better? Is it the instant gratification that helps you feel better? Yeah. Is it going to be long-term? Is it going to be lasting? No. So instead of practicing selfish self-care, just take care of yourself. Do your little skincare routine. That's fine. Do your little skincare routine. Why do we need to use self-care as an excuse to do whatever we want? So I think that a huge way that I have kind of been able to start working on myself when it comes to materialistic things and also just my mindset when it comes to social media. I find myself like wanting something, like maybe a product or something that someone's advertising. I truly start to think about if it's a want or a need. Is this something that really is going to change my life? 9 out of 10 times the answer is going to be no. 10 seconds ago, before you scroll to that video, you didn't even know that you wanted it, and now you're convinced that you need it. Also, like, let's be so real right now. The power of influence is absolutely mind-boggling. I can't tell you how many times I have been influenced to buy something, like I was saying, that I literally do not need. It's kind of crazy, and it's honestly really concerning. Try to think about it for a second. Really, how much influence does someone have on you? Just see a random stranger on the internet raving about a product, raving about this hot new thing that they're loving and that you need to have in your life too. And now you're just influenced to drop a lot of money sometimes on some of these things that, let's be real, you don't even need. How much does someone you've never met in your whole life, how much of that influence controls you? Like, the power of influence that people just allow other people to have over them. Like, I feel like we are told something and we run with it. Whether it's politically, whether it's like some sort of fact, whether it's some sort of recommendation, which who's credible for that recommendation, by the way. Our gullibility is what leads us to the selfishness. If we can stop it at its roots and we can be like, why do I need to just be so hyper fixated on this product and what this can do for me and what this lifestyle can do for me? And if we can just cut that out and be like, you know what, like, do I need that? No. Do I have food? Do I have a roof over my head? Am I blessed? But don't realize it because I think I'm so obsessed and I need this product, or I need to live like this, or I need to look like that. And I know it's a lot easier said than done because I have experienced it and I've currently experienced it. If we pull the roots there and we can just go on social media without feeling like we need to change certain things about ourselves or do all this stuff to fix ourselves. Like, if we take social media like a grain of salt, we would be way less prone to feeling insecure, to feeling selfish, to feeling like we need something. We would be able to completely take out any of those negative mindsets that provoke selfishness and provoke a self-centered lifestyle when it comes to social media. And then social media is just a careless platform that doesn't even affect you. It doesn't. Like, I'm not here to sit here and say social media is bad. Social media is awful. Like, you shouldn't be on social media. I do work on social media. It's in my career goals. I love social media. I think it's awesome. I think there's plenty of ways that it has its benefits. Let's not let social media control us. Let's not let it control our minds. Let's not let it control our health. Let's not let it control how we act and how we behave. Then social media doesn't have to be as toxic as we let it be. I hope you guys liked episode 1 of our coffee talk series and are as excited for this as I am, because honestly, I am just so excited to get in and just talk about all of the interesting topics. If you guys are interested in hearing about certain topics, we ain't doing political stuff out here. Don't worry. We're not diving into politics. We're not diving into politics because I'm not that kind of channel, but I do want to talk about the different areas of life. I want to answer questions. I'd love to do a Q&A sometime. I am really excited to start integrating these into my channel along with vlogs, beauty videos, fashion videos, because I still all love doing that. But I do want to get in and talk about really good, valuable stuff that I feel like hopefully is helpful, because I think it's helpful to me, and this is advice I wanted to hear and I wish I could hear, and that I had to learn over time, something that I'm still learning. If you guys liked this, let me know in the comments, and I just want to hear your feedback. What you guys thought about this style of video, ideas that you have, and ways that you want me to spice it up a little bit. And then subscribe so that you are able to see all of these as soon as they come out. I will see you guys in my next coffee talk. Bye!